What's going on, guys? So, Spider-Man's no longer in the MCU. Mommy and Daddy got a divorce with Sony and Disney, Marvel, and the worst parent got full custody. The end. But nah, this is crazy though. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this real quick because okay, let me back up. So the whole thing with the deal, to my understanding, because the article came up on Deadline, I retweeted it earlier, and to my understanding, so in renegotiations or whatever moving forward, Marvel, they wanted to change the payment arrangement, and there's a couple things, and there's another thing I heard about. Let me talk about the article first. So Marvel wanted to change the payment arrangement and make it 50-50 instead of the previous agreement that they had on Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, which before was like 5% for Marvel Disney and the 95 will go to Sony, just to allow them to also use them in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, so on and so forth. But also in this negotiation, it said in the article that Marvel wanted to go to 50-50 split, and Sony, they wasn't necessarily having that. So outside of the article, I seen somewhere else, like a tweet not long ago just popped up, and somebody had mentioned that there was a disagreement about certain credits, or Kevin Feige getting certain creative credits that he was supposed to get that he didn't. But I don't really necessarily, like, just in my mind, and much of this is speculation aside from what the article states, but in my mind, I just don't see that being like a deal breaker to where Marvel would be like, okay, if my name in particular isn't on it, we're not gonna do it, or we're not gonna, at least come to the same terms that we've been doing that have been working thus far. I do believe more so what the article was stating with Deadline, that it had to do more with a difference within the finances of it, because that's really the only thing it could have been. But either way, Sony mentioned they also got 2 films that they have, I think between director John Watts and Tom Holland, that they have 2 films that they have them contract for. So my thing is this, like, what is Sony gonna do with those films? And what could they expect Tom Holland to do without the MCU, without taking anything from Tom Holland? But that's the main reason why this Tom Holland Spider-Man has done so well, is because of what he's done, not only with what they've done with the actor Tom Holland, but also with him in the MCU. And if you remove that from the MCU, it's just weird. So, like, what are you gonna do? What are the 2 films gonna be? Yeah, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, Spider-Man, like, Farther From Home, like, and don't even think of like Renew Your Vows, because that's, Sony would murder that as if it wasn't already crazy. They need to renew the contract. This is something they need to fix quick, and I'm hoping by the time I upload this video that something else came out and it said that everything's fixed. Just really hoping. But yeah, we'll have to see how it pans out, man. But as of right now, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good, man. And I'm not sure if this has anything to do necessarily with Sony's plans and them already wanting to do this, because not long ago they purchased what is it, Insomniac? No, the people who made Spider-Man for PlayStation. They purchased the game developer group that put together that game, and now this, and like in a matter of, I want to say even days. I don't think it's been a week at this point, but it's kind of a close coincidence. But yeah, when I put this up on Twitter, when I tweeted or retweeted the article from Deadline, a few of you guys were mentioning, well, I guess we're not gonna get any Spider-Man comics no more. I don't think Marvel will do that as far as the comic portion of the company. But I'll say this, like, if they have like Donny Cates rewrite Absolute Carnage, and they do it to the point where Carnage, at the end, he just kills every single Spider-Man character in the whole Marvel universe, and then it just goes from there, like, that would be something. It'll be a sight to see. But yeah, I don't think Marvel's gonna take that particular route. Hopefully they're working on some type of arrangement to fix this, because it's like neither side really got what they want, so like Sony just did it, man. Like it doesn't make any sense, man. Like, because everybody loses. The fans, Sony loses, Marvel, Disney loses. Everybody loses in this situation without coming to some sort of agreement. You know what I'm saying? And like in sports, you have situations where to get to the better side of, or for a player to get to a team to where he, can get with other players who are of high caliber, some people take a pay cut in certain places. So, I mean, in this situation with either Disney or either Sony, like, couldn't somebody do that in order to compensate for the literal monetary benefit, and I feel like for the huge part, if it's anybody, it should be Sony, because Marvel Studios has just brought so much more value to the table, to where when these films are ready to go, it's like there's so much momentum heading into the Spider-Man films and even his appearances in other films. There's so much momentum heading into that these checks that Sony are getting from Spider-Man just being in the MCU, it's like easy money that's already just coming. And then if the film is like okay, and then it's still gonna do a monetary amount, a good amount of money. But with it being Tom Holland, which is a great actor for the role, and the film's doing very well, and I think what was the last one, like 800 something million? So I can pull it up real quick. I think I had it up not long ago. Yeah, so 880 million worldwide, Spider-Man Homecoming, and that was his Homecoming. I'm sure Far From Home did more, especially coming after the heat from Avengers Endgame. Like come on, yeah, it's just not a smart look for Sony to do something like this, man, and not at least counter or try to figure out some type of resolve with Marvel Studios and Disney, man. But yeah, I just want to share my thoughts on this. Hopefully this changes soon. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comments, man. I hope they fix this, because the last thing we need, it's like we just got the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and the Fox characters. Like, the last thing we need to do is go backwards, man. And I'm not trying to see that the disasters of what Sony did without Kevin Feige, in the creative producer role, as a creative director. Like, I'm not trying to see what Sony was doing again take place, because they're also known for, even though you have a reputable director, even though you already have the director lined up, you have the actor lined up, they've been known for messing it up still, like they did with the Andrew Garfield film, with them kind of reaching in after the film was already done and just changing what they wanted to change, and literally ruining was it Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, yeah, I don't need that. Don't do that to Tom Holland, man. Don't do that to him. Don't do that. So, but yeah, just sharing my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hopefully they fix this. Yeah, that's it, man. I'm finna go stare at the wall, listen to Sade. Y'all take it easy. Later.